The world of dye sublimation seems to be filled with endless possibilities when it comes to customization, so today, let's make a mouse pad. In regards to materials, you are going to need a heat press, a heat-resistant sheet, heat-resistant tape, a blank, which in our case is a mouse pad today, some A4 paper, and a Brother SP1 sublimation printer, loaded with A4 sublimation paper. If you don't have a Brother SP1, any sublimation printer is fine. We're going to start off by printing off our design onto our sublimation paper. Today we're going to be using a rainbow lorikeet design that's included in the Echidna dye sublimation design pack. This you will get complimentary with any design blank that you buy from us here at Echidna. This file was downloaded from our website and can be found in the Downloads tab in your Windows Explorer. It'll come in the form of a zip folder which needs to be extracted. So, to do that, we will extract our file. Once it has been extracted, it'll look like a folder just like this that says DS Art. So we'll open that one up. Dye sublimation artwork bundle. And then we'll go down to rainbow lorikeet. So I will just drag this out so we can see the full names. So we're doing our mouse pad, so we'll click on this one here, Rainbow Lorikeet A4 mouse pad. And here we have our design. Now, once we've opened up our design, we go over to File, Print. Make sure that we have the correct printer, Brother SP1. Head over to Properties, and then go to Advanced, where we need to make sure that the box next to Mirror Print is ticked. So the reason it's important to make sure our Mirror Print box is ticked is because when the design comes out of the printer, it needs to be back to front, because when it's applied to our blank, that is when the correct orientation will be seen. In this design, it's not too important because we're just working with an animal and it can kind of go either way. But if your design had monogramming, such as lettering or numbers, that is when it's really crucial. All right, so now I've made sure that my mirror print setting is ticked. I'm going to hit OK. So we then click on Page Setting, adjust the orientation to landscape, change the page size to A4, and then click OK to confirm. So it looks like all my settings are correct, so I will hit OK. Now, whilst our design prints out, one thing that I like to do to make sure that I get picture-perfect results is to give my blank a quick lint roll just to remove any dust or debris that may have fallen on top of it, even if I've just taken it out of the packet. So, with that done, let's apply our design to our mousepad. Alright, now that we have our design printed out, we take our blank and place it white side down. So we just want to be certain that our blank sits evenly within our margins of our design, which that's looking pretty good on all sides to me. And so once we've got our design centered on our blank, we would take our heat-resistant tape just here and secure our blank to our page. Alright, now it's time to turn on our heat press. Once we have it switched on, it's time to set our settings. Today I'll be using the heat press that we sell here at Echidna. So, the settings for this one are 190 degrees, for 45 seconds. Beautiful. If you have another model of heat press, it's smart to check your online resources or manual to see what your settings should be set at. So once our heat press has reached the required temperature, what we're going to do is start layering our project. On our Echidna heat press here, we have a handy pull-out feature which allows you to pull your plate out far away from the top heat pad. So I'll start with a heat protective sheet. Put that down first. All right, next we pop a piece of A4 paper down just to absorb any residual ink that may leak from our project. Then we place our project with the blank on the bottom and the back of our sublimation paper facing up. If you're using the brand that we sell at Echidna, you'll see some symbols that say A sub facing up towards you. So that's a really good hack on how to make sure it is facing the right way. And then we put another layer of our heat resistant sheet down. Once I've done all that, I will then slide the plate back underneath the top plate and lock it down. All right, now that our project has finished pressing, I'm going to pull my drawer out once again, take off the first layer of our heat protective sheet, and I'm just going to let my design cool completely before I remove it from the bed. Now that our design has cooled completely, we can peel back our sublimation paper and reveal the design underneath. And now we are the proud owners of our very own customized mousepad. If you like this project or like other die sub projects, find more on our website or subscribe to our channel. Follow us on social media for more videos, tips and tricks. But for now, that's everything. Bye guys.